In this video, we'll talk about how to set up a driver, the driver settings. It's for delivery. The driver is for delivery. So you can put their information into this system, and then you can assign those deliveries to these drivers. So go to this pending, go to the control panel, driver setup. Now, as you can see, there are already 2 drivers available. These 2 drivers are very hardworking, They work every day. They come to work every day. That means as soon as you click on this delivery and want to assign a driver, you'll definitely see Peter and Martin, right? So Fridays and Saturdays are busier, so we need an extra driver. So let's add another driver. This driver only works on Fridays, Saturdays, and Wednesdays. Okay, so this person is called well, let me think. Xiaochen. All right, so now there are 3 drivers. One driver works 7 days. This Martin also works 7 days, And this Xiaochen only works 3 days. So save it. Now let me try to place an order, a delivery order. So it's this customer. So the order is placed. Now you see this customer is on the blacklist, blacklisted. Well, just do it anyway. As long as they pay, just do it. So so you see here, today is Wednesday, so you see all 3 drivers are available to choose from. But if tomorrow is Thursday, then only Peter and Martin will be left. So Xiaochen won't be selectable because he only works on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, And then, not paid yet. Xiaochen, please print the bill for me now. Okay, so that's it for driver management. Now let's move on and talk a bit about the printing settings, which is also known as the printer setup. Now this one is for takeaway, and this is the printer for dine in. So looking at the printer, you can print the shop's logo. It will, if you put it in, it will be printed at the top, So these are those preset messages, those messages, for when you're ordering, these kinds of messages can actually be modified or even added in the print settings right here. Okay, right here. These are preset messages, but you can always change any or all of them yourself if you want to. And for the receipt, the customer receipt, whether to print the address or not, you can choose that, and also the footer section. For example, if there are promotions, you can put your shop's website address here. All right. And this printer is for printing sales data. Like at night, how much money was made, it prints from this printer. You can set up different printers too. Okay, let's take a look. This is for walk-ins, that customer receipt, that counter receipt, what needs to be printed, and to which printer. Now this is for phone orders, so whether to print in English or in Chinese or bilingual. Then there's the English font size, and this is the Chinese font size. It can be in Thai, Korean, or Japanese. It supports multiple languages. And this is for the number of items, like, for example, 3 curry chickens, that specific number, the quantity, the font size for that. And this pre-line is at the very top. Often in the kitchen, the ticket is clipped onto a rail, and if it's clipped, it might be covered. So this allows you to increase the top margin width. So even when clipped, you can still see the ticket. That's what it means. Then whether to print the VAT number, the order number, which order number this is, and this ticket is, it's a small slip for the customer to hold. For example, if the order number is 3 and it's £25, give it to the customer to keep. When the kitchen finishes cooking, they call out number 3. If they see their ticket is number 3, they come to collect it. Then you double check, oh, the ticket says £25, so £25 means it's correct. Okay, so you can verify 2 pieces of info, which is safer. This is for collection, right? How many copies can be printed? Up to 5. This is the same whether to print the date on the ticket. These two are both counter receipts, meaning customer receipts for the customer, right? Then the next one is for delivery, what to print for delivery orders. You can select English, Chinese, or bilingual, choose your preferred font size, and decide which printer to print to. Okay, this is the receipt for the customer. So if you click it and the customer wants a receipt at the same time, then you set it here, whether it's in Chinese or English, the font size, and so on. Okay, if you change it and save it, it's like this. For this side, click here. Okay, kitchen. The kitchen printer can be a different printer from the counter one. They're often separate. Well, this shop only has one printer. The customer's bill is printed here, and the kitchen order is also printed here. Then the counter staff takes it into the kitchen. Okay, so that kitchen order, should it print the price or the dish number? You can choose here how many copies of the kitchen order, up to 5. Usually it's printed in Chinese and English. English is smaller, Chinese is larger. As for the address, if it's a delivery address, then you can choose the size. If the driver is older, you can print the address larger. This is the quantity of the meal, like 3 curry chickens, 5 bowls of white rice. This is for the kitchen to clip the order at the top, increase the width so it's wider. So even when clipped, the words are still visible. This is the moment when you actually enter the order. You enter them randomly, right? Like curry chicken, prawn crackers, spring rolls, fried rice. But when it's printed in the kitchen, you can have them ordered as 1, 2, 3, 4. This way, it's much easier to cook because with this kind of sorting, usually the noodles are grouped together. The rice is grouped together and the beef is grouped together, right? And this, you can, for example, if you set this to B, then right next to the order number, as well as the ticket number, there will be a B. This makes it much easier to identify exactly which computer issued the ticket. Also, you can choose whether to print the date and the time. Print card, cash, or Just Eat, or Uber Eats, so the kitchen can see. Be sure to print the full delivery address or at least the order number. This is important because the kitchen might have several different printers, like one for the deep fryer, another for the wok, or a separate one for the packing station. For kitchen orders, sometimes there are up to 4 printers, right? So here, the most basic setup you can have is just one printer. But if someone says, I need one for the soup station, and another person says, I need another one for the wok station, then you can actually have 3 printers. Different departments can each have their own individual order slip to refer to. This is mainly for buffet use. It takes the items, for example, if one order has 5 items, and prints them out as individual small slips, one for each dish. Restaurants will sometimes use this method for serving dishes to customers. Every time a dish is freshly prepared, a slip of paper is placed together with it. And then this makes it much easier for the servers to double check and accurately match the dishes with the correct orders.